Welcome to Pressure Points. Our topic is Apple and their iPhone event, and I'm going to jump right into the pressure point. The biggest takeaway for me was that the new form factor of the Pro models are more striking than I had anticipated, and therefore I think will be positive for iPhone upgrades over the next year. So that's the punchline. I'm going to take about 4 steps back here and start with that. As of this recording, shares of Apple are down about 1.5%. They traded down about 1%, an additional 1% at the very end of the event. I believe it was related to pricing and the announcement that effectively they didn't have any increase in pricing. It may also be related to they didn't say anything about the new Siri or AI, but left a little bit to be desired there. So shares trading off after the event, but misses the bigger picture. And the bigger picture when it comes to iPhone sales over the next year is they're in a great position. And specifically is that this new form factor on the Pro models, which account for about half of the total iPhone sales, along with the new iPhone Air, the combination of those two, we're talking about 70% of the product lineup effectively has a new form factor. And so, from my notes, that is about the most impactful form factor change since 2014 when the iPhone 6 came out. So, I think that as we play forward, consumers respond when there is changes to form factors. That is a well-traveled game plan for Apple. And ultimately, they did more of it than what I had expected. And the more of it piece is this kind of industrial design. I liken it to kind of the same look and feel as an Apple Watch Ultra. That same kind of industrial look seems to be captured with the way the new cameras are and the casing around the Pro models. So those two combos, new form factor equals higher unit growth rates. As just a level set, is most of this is going to impact the December quarter. They're going to be available on September 19th. And as the December quarter, the expectations have been inching up. They're now, Street is now looking for 7% year over year iPhone growth. It's a similar growth rate that they're expecting in the September quarter. We obviously don't know what that number is yet. And of course, they did on an adjusted basis for the pull forward on the tariffs about 11% iPhone growth in the June quarter. And so that 7% is a little bit less robust than what we saw in the June quarter. But I do think that there is upside. I suspect that's probably going to be closer to 10% in the December quarter. And then for fiscal 26, the Street's looking for about 5% iPhone growth, and I think it's going to be 7% plus. And I realize those are small numbers, but in the context of Apple and iPhone, small beats are typically the recipe for improving earnings and separately improving the multiple. And I think if we kind of put all this together, we should see some multiple expansion over the next year. That's the pressure point is the new form factors. I don't think it's fully appreciated by investors today. I'm going to pause there and jump into a couple of just, I'll call it housekeeping product announcements. On the pricing side, they did eliminate the entry level iPhone Pro version. That was a $999 version. That was to be priced, or that was at 128 gigabyte storage option, which basically nobody took in the first place. So by eliminating that, you now start with the 256. That 256 pricing is the same price that now that the iPhone Pro family starts at the 1099. And so in some ways they raised the price because they eliminated the cheapest option. In other ways, effectively, very few people took that option in the first place. The Air did come in $100 more than what I had anticipated. I was expecting it to be $899, and it came in at $999. So I think collectively it showed a little bit of pricing leverage on the iPhone, very, very slight. I was kind of secretly hoping that there would be more of that. We didn't get that. The rest of the product family, the watch, the AirPods, didn't see any price increases. My most fun feature that came out of today is the high blood pressure, the hypertension feature. I'm curious to see just how accurate this is. They say it's pending FDA approval. That means we're probably going to get it shortly here. but they have a novel way of figuring out what your blood pressure is by using that same camera you use for the heart rate to kind of measure some, I don't know what it is, the small veins inside your skin around your wrist. And so you don't have to wear like some big cuffling or anything like that. And I think that this is a huge piece when you think about wellness, like hypertension. They gave a metric of like 1.5 billion people have it. I mean, it leads to so many challenges with health and wellness. And so that is a feature that we've been hoping for the past 5 years, and fun to see it moving forward. And when you collectively put that alongside what they've got with the blood sensing, you have the heart rate, of course, the EKG, the sleep tracking. This has really become a powerful wellness device. And so the AirPods have this live translation, nice feature. Don't think it changes the dynamics. A little bit of a postscript to the Apple event here. This sets the table. This effectively was 70% of their or 60% of their product line got updated today. The watch, the AirPod, each about 5%, and then the phone, of course, at half the revenue. As we fast forward into next year, we're going to start to hear more, obviously, about the new Siri and AI. And sounds like it's going to be kind of a March timeframe is what they're shooting for. Could be as late as June. But I think as we just march forward, it's okay for investors' expectations to continue to rise to what the bar that Apple has set, that they're going to really blow us away next spring with this new Apple Intelligence. And so that should be the gift that keeps giving for investors, that anticipation. And ultimately, if they do land the mark, that's going to be great for upgrades in fiscal 27. On behalf of Pressure Points, I'm Gene. Bye for now.